Party people, what's going on? Samaj Marsh. I am the founder of BlueDeathValley.com, and I want to welcome you guys back to a very special edition of Inside the Valley, the podcast that's devoted to relentless coverage of A&T football. Of course, happy to announce I got my two co-hosts back. Um, we're gonna switch up. We're gonna switch up the introduction this time. So I'm gonna go to the man in the middle first.
Oh man.
The long time A&T insider, beat writer, BlueDeathValley.com for over 2 decades. He's still the current president of the Greensboro chapter of the AAF, and he's still my right hand man. CT, what's up, Craig Turner? What's going on, man?
CT.
Hey man, Aggie Pride, great to be back for another season. Should be a great fall. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all
Right.
do okay during the summer? Everybody all right?
Man, listen, seems like some people went shopping for some new headwear. I can see.
Oh man.
I can see we add some new colors into the palette for Inside the Valley, but yeah, man, seems like it's been an eventful off season, Craig, for a lot of us, man. You know, since the last time we spoke, a lot of things have been transpiring. You know, we of course started fall camp officially last week. The new regime led by new head coach Sean Gibbs, and I've been able to go by A&T's practice a couple times now. Went by there this morning, most recently, seen some good things. Of course, we just had that news making event yesterday with the annual selling out of the greatest homecoming on earth tickets. And we always do it in record time. I think this year was like less than 2 hours, maybe hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna do the air horn, man, but I feel like that's not even breaking news anymore.
Right, yeah, that's just business as usual.
Yeah.
And then of course we got a lot of AAF news. We're gonna talk about this show. Got that new NIL / revenue sharing push that we're going to be launching in a couple of weeks here. We're going to really try to get behind that. That's reality, and that's led by Mr. Willie Deese. So we got our number one big gun to come out, and he's going to help us get that thing rolling. We got some trips we're going to talk about. We're going to be on the bus to start seeing these Aggies in action. Craig, you putting that together. We talk about all that. We got a lot to talk about. And we only got 90 minutes to do it, so we got to get started. But I will be remiss if I don't introduce my other co-host. He is a Greensboro native, a former great A&T wide receiver, and most recently, my main man, Lil Dougie, he's all grown up now, and he's hit the big leagues. He is now happy to announce the new director of athletics at High Point Andrews High School. Let's give it up for Doug Brown, my man. Fresh.
Hey guys, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it. I was looking for my Aggie hat, guys. I this is what I had on today, man. So I just jumped in front of the camera. But again, we're always repping the T. Wingate Andrews High School, home of the champions.
Yes.
Program with such a rich history steeped in tradition, right? So you'll be hearing a lot more from us. Definitely got to rep the Red Raiders over in High Point. So glad to be a part of a new situation here. But definitely got to come back home to Aggie land and represent for my Aggies too. So we're going to work it out best we can. Scheduling wise, things have picked up a little bit. Pretty busy this time of year, but it feels good to be back, guys, man. I miss you guys.
Well, look, man, I knew that, you were a little bit disgruntled with our pay scale here in Inside the Valley, but I didn't know you were looking for other opportunities. So tell me, man, how did this opportunity come for you? Because you, of course, you are always connected with the community. Everybody knows Doug Brown's face all over the Triad. You're a legend in that part of, the Jamestown, Southwest Greensboro, High Point area with your exploits over at Ragsdale. But how did you end up crossing paths with the principal? How did this happen, man?
Yeah, man. I'm one of those guys that always says God orders my steps, man. And this is the path He charted for me. They have great administration over there at Andrews, and opportunity came about, and something I had to pray on. I wasn't sure if this was the right time to move, but when you listen for God's voice and you're ready to move when you're called, man, it just turned out to be the perfect opportunity for me. You guys know I grew up in athletics. I love athletics. Spent time, managing athletic programs and facilities, but just having the ability to grow up at the footsteps of all the guys that, just on A&T's campus alone, but mentors and godparents like Russell Woodward and the great Wheeler Brown and Coach Bill Hayes, who has been such a help to me thus far. Just a voice in my ear that has been so helpful. But the list goes on, man. I've just been around so many great folks in athletics. Billy Edgerston, Danielle, T-Bone, all those folks really are the infrastructure and the support system at A&T that makes A&T's athletic department go. And being able to watch those guys and see what they do, being able to pick up the phone, call those guys when I have a question or need some help, that support has been tremendous. So it's one of those things that I didn't know that the God was kind of priming me for, even on this platform, being able to be around and just immersed in athletics. Through this platform and this avenue has helped. But I'm ready, man. It's kind of what I do every day before I was an athletic director.
Right, exactly.
On those lines, and it's nice to wake up every day and think about athletics, think about the young people. Our student athletes are tremendous. It's been neat to get to know some of our athletes already. They have a neat way of bringing you in the family. But it's neat to be around young people, man. It's rejuvenating. So we're gonna compete. We're gonna get after it, man. We've got some sports, some athletic teams that are already making some noise over there at A&T on the track. And, we're going to continue to build on our programs and raise some funds. So we're knocking on Blue Death Valley's door too, man. We need some help over there.
Check this out, Dougie. So obviously, when the announcement went around, everybody was so happy for you. But there was a couple of guys who really wanted to reach out and embrace you officially into that Red Raider family, man. And so we actually got some A&T legends who are actually High Point Andrews legends who wanted to come on the show tonight.
Nice.
And so let me bring out, of course, you guys know he's one of the toughest, most prolific running backs in school history. Let me first bring out Mr. Marquell Cartwright. What's going on, Cartwright?
Go. There he is.
Hey, I think you're muted. Oh, you got to unmute yourself. There you go.
Can y'all hear me?
Perfect, perfect.
True Andrews royalty right there. That's the man himself.
So man.
How you doing? How you doing, Marquell?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good, man. So look, so let me let you know, we were going to do a double hitter. We're going to get Marquell and Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar Raynard. Lamar had a scheduling conflict at last minute. He couldn't come on tonight, but he definitely sends his regards, and he instructed Cartwright to carry over for him. Like Cartwright, you one thing you were used to is getting a handoff from Lamar. That's one thing.
That's it.
Right. So look at here, man. So Doug is coming to the family, right? And like I say, Lamar, we'll get Lamar on the show in a couple of weeks. But he was very upset he couldn't make it tonight. But listen, you are a High Point Andrews legend. You and Lamar went to High Point Andrews, won a state championship. Then y'all went to A&T, won an HBCU national championship. But let's go back to the beginning, man. What was it like when you were an eighth grader, getting ready to go to high school, and the time that comes, you got to go to this storied High Point Andrews football program? What was that like?
Oh man, it was an experience. Me coming from middle school, coming to meet all the other guys, that I was going to be playing with for the next 4 years. And it was a great experience. It felt like family. The same feeling I got when I came to my recruiting visit at A&T. It's the same the feeling I got when I went to Andrews. So, hey, it was all a blessing. And you see what happened after that was two moments. So,
All right, so we always kind of, when we say Cartwright, it's almost synonymous with Lamar Raynard, right? You guys are just, it's like it's a 1-2
dynamic duo.
Yeah. Dynamic duo. So when did you first meet Lamar, and what was that encounter like in high school?
I met Lamar my summer of my freshman year at Andrews, because we did
Okay.
like a reading program in the summer, and I mean we just clicked. Like we started joking and just playing around and all kind of stuff like that. We just became buddies, like we knew each other from elementary, and it was like that with all the other guys too as well. So my first experience meeting them, that it was amazing. You know, it was all love. You know what I'm saying? So
Now every little kid, when you playing in the sandbox, pop one or whatever, you always envision yourself becoming a star on Friday nights on those Friday night lights, and,
yeah.
representing your city and your community on the high school playing field. Um, when did you kind of know that you and Lamar specifically, you guys were going to be special and have a chance to be some stars out there?
I say when he came up, because I was actually getting a little bit of playing time my freshman year, and I
Okay.
think Lamar wasn't, the starter quarterback yet. But when he became a starter quarterback and we started doing our chemistry handoffs, and we would do extra time after practice when he got his chance. Oh, it was golden, and everybody else knew it too. So after that, it was just up from there. We always had that chemistry. We worked it hard. We stayed after practice, and then the rest was history.
Now he has kind of my frame. He's tall, but he's thin. He got those little toothpick legs, right? But
Yeah,
but when did you say, oh man, this guy's special? Because he always had that big arm, right?
yeah, oh yeah. When he threw a deep ball to a guy, I think his name was Nick Robinson in high school. He was a receiver, a tall receiver, but he threw that thing so far high up in the air. I was like, God, he threw that? Because I actually watched it go in the air, and then the guy caught it. And then
Yeah,
that's when I knew Lamar, like, okay, he can throw. So now all I got to do is run the ball. He going to handle the throw, and then we good, you know?
yeah. And both of you guys have exceptional leadership abilities, man. You guys,
Yes, sir.
that's the one thing that jumps off from both guys. When did you kind of get that common sense that like this guy's just as much as of a leader as I am?
Um, when we started winning games, when we was out there and the chemistry started, chemistry, like it just
Yeah.
started working, So, and then we both, would look at each other or talk to each other after the game or a scrimmage and be like, hey, we might got something. And then eventually we knew what was going on, and it just grew from there.
So you guys, I guess both y'all got promoted to varsity sophomore year.
Well, sophomore year, yeah, we both got promoted to varsity, yeah. And then he started being the starter, and then it just was up from there. Because I got moved up my freshman year for the playoffs. And
Okay.
then everybody knew I was able to do what I was doing then. And then that's when Lamar got his chance to show his ability. And then once we did that, we knew we had 3 more years left. So we was like, let's get it.
So when did the state playoff run start happening? Was that immediately as on varsity or
Yeah, when we got on varsity, pretty much, because every year we had a real great team with a lot of potential. But everybody can't win every year. But sometimes when playoffs start, you can't have slip ups. And every year we made it to the playoffs, but we had a lot of slip ups. And by the time we got to our senior year, it was like, hey, we know what to do. And I remember we had a conversation. We looked at each other and said, hey, we know what to do. And we went on the field and started making plays.
and so your senior year was 2013,
Yeah.
and that was a magical year. I think did you go undefeated that year?
Yeah. No, well, we lost one game, and
Well,
then we won the rest.
you ran the table. I think
Yeah.
I might, it's hard to do, but I went to a time machine and got some highlight footage
Oh
of.
man.
Do you remember
There he
this?
is.
Like yesterday.
Okay, so this is at Keenan Stadium, and you guys on the team captains. Big Lamar Renard, he looked just like he did at A&T, and then they look number 22. So he had a gun back then too, right?
Oh yeah.
Now we got to work on some ball security here. What's going on?
yeah.
What's going on right there, Cartwright?
I don't know, man. Just excited.
Yeah. So look, you got the fumble. That was a fumble early on, but you guys recovered, so y'all didn't. It wasn't a turnover per se. But
Yeah.
playing in that environment, I'm sure there was some pregame jitters, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, always.
Right. But like I said, you guys were built for the big stage, and we found that out when you got the A&T. But here you guys are at UNC's Kenny Stadium in the state championship game, and then it was close, real, for like the first half, and then you kind of start taking over on the ground, man. Watch this.
So we needed that first down.
Yeah, that was big. That's when you start running over folks, man. You got anger.
That looks real familiar, right?
I had to go back to the bread and butter.
Look at this, Dougie.
Woo! Yeah. That looks a lot like Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's Lamar. He's gonna get in the box. So I think y'all take the lead for the first time. Look at this one.
And nobody's looking to step in front of that.
Like
the third and fourth quarter, right?
Hey, that was a poor guy from Central who found out the hard way. That's not a good idea. You ran through his chest just like that. So
yeah.
So
that was right around the time folks started saying, "Man, those two guys look good in some blue and gold."
Right.
Yeah.
Greensboro.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's jump on that. So when did the recruiting for you guys kind of start in earnest, and when did A&T get on the radar?
I think around the recruiting period, they gave us an offer, and then me and Lamar still was kind of looking around at other schools and visiting. Going on our visits.
Was this your junior year or your senior year?
Senior year, yeah. We got all our offers senior year, yeah.
Okay.
But they A&T, Coach Broadway and Coach Gibbs came, and I think, matter of fact, it was Ricky Bustle. Ricky Bustle was there.
Offensive coordinator, yes, yeah.
He was the one that recruited us, and around that time, we was getting recruited from like North Carolina Central, Delaware State, a lot of those schools as well. And around I think it was like February, they came and talked to us. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Cartwright, looking at the current landscape of Black college football and some of the different coaching changes, and speaking of some of the offers that you had with Delaware State, and Central, were there any other schools that you would consider, in this day and age coming out of high school?
Not really, because I was just wanting to be able to get a full ride. I knew that I kind of realized I had a talk with a couple of family members, and they let me know how expensive school is, and then I was like, if I can get a full ride, man, that'd be great.
Right.
And some schools came with partials, and some schools was like, we'd like for you to walk on. And then I was like, man, I would like to take that full ride because I know it's going to be beneficial for me in the future.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, let's go back to some highlights, man. Let me see what we got here.
Okay, then.
Let me add this to the. I'm bad at my technology. Hold on a second, fellas.
Is that preseason camp for him?
Yeah, I tell you, boy.
Hey,
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of them throws. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me rewind
Yeah.
So I don't want to shortchange Lamar. He'll give me a call, but you best not highlight that. Here it is. There we go.
On the money.
Look at this.
They want to know.
And that's when y'all can smell it there. That's when you're getting close to the end, and I think that was a go-ahead touchdown. I think y'all end up winning like 18-14. But here's the end of the game. Y'all get a stop. Ooh, somebody almost broke their neck. I don't know that sport.
Hey, we was wild, man. We was
Yeah,
turned up.
that was some high point flair right there.
We some rough boys, man.
Yeah. So look, Dougie, I'm showing this to get you understanding what's the expectation. Because these boys are elated, man. You gotta keep this thing moving. Look at these guys, man.
Man, I've been on the other end of a championship game in that stadium and came up short, man. I hope to have that feeling of winning it all down there, man. But, the passion and the pride that you see on that video still exists at the school to this day. Cartwright said it's definitely a family atmosphere. It's definitely a Red Raider family atmosphere. But for myself to have guys like Marquell Cartwright, Lamar Raynard, still visible in the hallway on the walls, right? Like you guys are all over the place, not just the trophy case, right? Not just the trophy case. So that's tremendous for me. We've got T. Johnson and family over there, and Smart. I mean, you name it. Everywhere I turn around, there's such good support, and there's that Aggie family as well. So, man, we're gonna try to keep it going, man. We don't know where the state championship game is gonna be played, but wherever it is, we hope to be there. Celebrating in the same manner, man. But you're definitely one of the greats in the program, in both programs. Let me say that. I don't want to say on that, man.
Appreciate it.
You brought that same passion to A&T, and like we said, some of those runs we saw right here on that video, or the runs we saw on the same championship level at A&T, man. So we know that you're a closer, you're the bruiser, High Point bruiser. Nothing's changed, man, and the man still looks like he can get out there and score a couple touchdowns right now, man.
Look at the little soft.
Hey, look. So Dougie, you see his smile right in the bottom corner, but check this smile right here out. Hold on. So Lamar got like offensive MVP or quarterback of the game, something. But somebody got MVP. Number 22, Marquell Cartwright, MVP of the game.
Oh yeah.
And then Cartwright got his first NIL deal for a toothpaste commercial because he's look at his smile. There you go.
Hey, that would have been awesome around that time,
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
He ate him up.
Oh man. Hey, that's good stuff, man. Hey, so give Dougie the rundown, man. So you guys have a championship legacy. What is the community saying? Because I know you've been telling all your friends about Dougie. What is the community saying about this new AD y'all got coming in? What's the response and reaction?
Honestly, they hype. Everybody hype. It's just the same way as Greensboro is hyped about the season coming up for A&T this year. Is the same way High Point is hyped about Andrews football coming up this year, because we know we got a lot of great people in the right position at Andrews right now. And at this point, the same way as A&T, we got a lot of great people in the right positions again right now. So we're looking to see something great coming out of this. So everybody keep messaging me saying they happy and they just ready for the season to start.
So let me, before you get in there, Dougie, Craig, when you found out the news, what was your response? When you found out our Dougie Fresh was going to be running the athletic department at High Point Andrews, that's right in your backyard. You live in
Overdue.
Yeah,
overdue was that's where I look at overdue. You couldn't get a better candidate to be AD at Andrews. I know that Andrews has always had great reputation being a athletic powerhouse and been kind of down the last few years, but they got the right guy in there now to turn it completely around. I couldn't be happier.
Great, man. I appreciate the kind words, guys. It's definitely not about me, man. It's about the outstanding young people we have over there, the great administration. I'm just a small piece of the puzzle, man. I'm just looking forward to seeing those kids compete and have success on and off the field. So I'm just there, man. I'm just there being a part of the team, man. So, but I appreciate it, guys. That's awesome.
One of the good news, he wanted to give you a response. That's Aggie 94 for those that don't
94. Yo to the good news. That's my boy, 94, man. I'm gonna definitely call and lean on you too, man. I know he got all that expertise.
Yeah, definitely. And so look, this is kind of appropriate because you guys got a big event coming this Friday, right?
Yeah.
So High Point Andrews is going to have a kickoff jamboree Friday night.
Yeah, so we're having our second annual Red Raider football jamboree. It's going to take place at AJ Simeon Stadium from 4 to 8 p.m. We'll have some carnival style games. We'll have food, fun, fellowship. The kickoff, actually, the football is going to get started right at 6 o'clock. We've got 5 teams on deck to compete. So just a good chance to get out and support our football teams. We've got Carver coming in, Cummings. We've got Orange. We've got, not Randleman. We've got Glenn coming over. So some teams with some local flavor from all different counties, man. And we're holding the weather hopes up. I'm hoping the weather holds up. It's been a long day, guys. It's about time to eat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have a great time, man. Football's played outside, so if we get a little drizzle, a little rain, Craig, we're still gonna keep it rolling, barring any torrential downpours or lightning in the area. We're gonna try to get it in, man. But excited to see our kids compete. Have a chance to get on the gridiron. You know, I'm a huge fan of AJ Simeon Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Personally, I'm undefeated there. You know, I didn't always wear the Andrews Red Raiders hat.
It's all
but
good.
I love competing over there, man. It's home, and got a lot of great memories over there at that stadium. And again, excited for all of the young people that's gonna get a chance to go in there and compete. So should be fun, man. Come out, support us. Tickets are $15 at the door. You know, so we got plenty of space over there, man. It should be a fun atmosphere. The bands will be out there, cheerleaders, you name it.
All right, so Cartwright, I know you're a busy man. We're gonna talk about your incredible home improvement and landscape business. So will you be able to make an appearance Friday night? Will your schedule allow that?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely schedule some things around so I can make that. I'm definitely making room for that.
All right, so look here, man. If y'all want to shake hands and meet these people on the panel, Doug Brown and Marquell Cartwright in person, come out to Simeon Stadium Friday night. When is doors open, Dougie?
Doors open at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, and it's only $15. And then you might want to bring a canned good just in case. You know, if you only got $13, they might negotiate with you. We'll take 13 in the canned good, but it's about $15, and then you can support the Red Raiders program, athletic department, help our own Doug Brown do his thing, and you're gonna meet Andrews. Are you a Hall of Famer yet? Have they put you in the Hall of Fame?
No, not yet. I got some phone calls. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
hey, Marquell, don't worry. I know a guy.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. But we gonna take care of you. But check this out. Before we let you go, we gotta talk about A&T business, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's really kind of ironic that we're talking about running backs and you being an all-time great. And right now, we got a crazy running back competition at A&T. Have you been by practice and checking anybody out this year?
A little bit. I had the opportunity to go speak with the freshmen and the new transfers last week. Me, Terrence Peterson, Sam Blue, and Matt McCain. So they had a great time talking to us. And I've seen a couple of guys. I haven't got the chance to meet everybody. Yeah. But I know, one or two of the running backs by face right now. So once I get out there, I'm gonna, start chopping it up with them more, stuff like that.
What is your message for those guys in the running back room? Because you took over, but you came in behind Tariq Cohen.
Yes, right? Sir.
And then you preceded Jermaine Martin.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And all you guys had a standard that y'all just passed the baton and nobody dropped off. You kept it from Tariq. Tariq got it from you. Tariq passed. No, you kept it from Tariq. Jermaine Martin got it from you. Jermaine Martin passed it to Bashal Tootin, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So now we're trying to find that next great A&T running back. What is that standard they need to understand?
I say, hey, it starts with us. Coach Gibbs always told us, we the spark plug of the offense. We able to do things, make plays to get the offense hype and get us going. So if we not doing anything, it might slow us down. So what we try to do is make sure we fill those shoes for the offense to be able to get the energy going. You see Tariq's energy, you see my energy, you see Jermaine's energy. Everybody had real excited energy to be able to get the offense going. So that's one thing we was working on, trying to keep that going.
Right. And I mean, it paid dividends. So you talk about the state championship in 2013 in high school. And that's crazy, Dougie. My saying is football usually ends badly, right? Unless your name is Lamar Renard or Marquell Cartwright. Because
Really?
because at every level, their last game was a championship. Right?
Yeah, it definitely was.
And so you guys got the A&T. So basically you come to A&T in 2014, and that's right when Coach Broadway is starting to get that thing turned over.
Yes, sir.
Right. And so you don't win. I think you tied for there was like an 8-way tie for first place in 2014, right?
Yeah, one of those. I think it was either 14 or 16, one of the two.
I know when you got there because
we tied as well. I think we won conference and then, or we tied with Bethune-Cookman or one of the two.
Somebody in the chat helped me out because I thought in 2014 Morgan State went to the playoffs, right? They were the MEAC rep, but I think we actually had the similar conference record. It was like a lot of teams. But
see, I can't remember too far back.
Right, but it might have been a different year. But 2015 is when we go to
the Celebration Bowl. Yes, sir.
First ever Celebration Bowl, right? 2016, we fall a game short. We go to the playoffs, and we represent against Richmond. And then
Richmond.
And then your last 2 years is championships. 2017, perfection, right? The only perfect season in school history.
Yes, sir.
And in 2018, your senior year, you walk off with a W. What is that? How do you have a career like that, man? Just give me what does that feel like?
Honestly, I can't even tell you because, I don't, some people was able to do it, some people wasn't. But, I mean, it feels good, because it's not a good feeling to lose. So, it's a good feeling to be able to say, hey, we did this, especially on the last game and the last couple games of the season. So, I mean, being able to do that in high school and in college, a lot of people can't say they did that. Even a lot of guys that may have made it to the next level in the NFL and stuff like that, they can't say they did that. So I take pride in being able to brag about that a little bit.
Hey, Craig, don't nobody want to trade war stories with Lamar and Marquell. You can't. Hey, listen, you can't match it. You can't match it.
That's too many rings, man. That's too many rings. You can't match that.
Yeah, can't.
Yeah, that Hall of Fame wave is definitely coming, man. So don't worry about that. It's coming.
All right, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna sit here patiently. I'm gonna sit here.
Let's go forward quick.
Yeah, actually, let's take a quick trip. I know you got to go, but let's take a quick trip down memory lane one more time. And we showed you the High Point Andrews highlights. Let me show you why you're so revered, loved, and respected at A&T. Let me show you some A&T highlights.
Now he drops it.
This is 2017 Celebration Bowl, perfect season.
Cohen.
Yep.
The Aggies are the first ones on the board. 130.
There goes your boy Lamar. Throws you in his flat.
Cartwright, who gets another first
huge play.
As we look
that was a huge play, man.
Oh, we needed that one.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. Elijah Bell.
Did we punch it in? When we get close, you get him to the 1 yard line.
No, I think we got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got in now.
And then you did the push, the tush push.
The tush push,
yeah. All right, so now look it. One thing about you were a central killer for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Touchdown.
This is you, 2018 in the Dirty Bird's nest. I had to show that to get that bad taste out of everybody's mouth from last year.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
When you have openings like that, and you've got a downhill back like Cartwright, where you can hit the hole and go. If we even are leaving it, you see him run away from all of the defenders. A good job by that offensive line.
And a couple weeks later,
to formation here. Menard out of the backfield, complete to
go
Cartwright.
back to Atlanta.
And Cartwright picks up the first down and then some. Cartwright brought down finally at the 15-yard line, and what a move he put on Brady Smith. Bring in Hollingsworth, the fullback. Menard over the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Leslie.
That's Lamar. High Point Andrews connection.
All court
That's it, man. Championship.
Sad Fred.
Look at that, man.
Last game of the season, man.
McKnight.
Last,
Oh man, that felt good.
man.
Yeah, it felt good.
Dougie,
Bittersweet.
football ends badly, except for a couple people. Yeah.
And he actually, Lamar got MVP that game.
He had MVP.
So me and him both got MVPs.
That's
Celebration
awesome.
Bowl.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes,
And let's talk about to this day, man. You guys are like brothers.
Yes, sir.
That close bond started in 9th grade and it transcends to probably the rest of your life. Y'all gonna be
For sure.
So this, I mean, when you sum up, that experience with a High Point native, what was it like, man?
It was just normal, like I said, like the when I came to Andrews, I felt like the family because, like I said, I didn't go to middle school with a lot of those guys.
Yeah,
I went to Penn Griffin. But when I got over there, I connected with everybody, especially Lamar. And then the exact thing happened when I went to A&T on my recruiting visit. I met Quayshawn Quick, Jimmy Ramiro, Ricky Lewis, a lot of those guys, Denzel Jones. And I was like, yo, these dudes are like, family, like Andrews. And I think that's a big part of why we had a lot of success because we were like family. We were like brothers. It wasn't just business partners or teammates. Yeah. We were literally family, so that was a big part of it.
Right. And speaking of business, before we let you go, we do want to promote your business.
Okay.
Because anybody follow you on social media, what they say, I'm out cutting grass, hit me up. That's your slogan.
Just contact me. I'm out.
He means it. He means it, man. Like, man, I can't. Go ahead, guys, man.
I was saying,
I already got to tip my cap this guy. He's already helped us out over on our side of town.
Oh, man. I had to go over there real quick. So, we making sure Andrews be successful. So we good over there.
And the thing about Cartwright is, with some landscapers, they have all these, a bazillion contracts, and you got to, almost make an appointment. But if, say for instance, you got some relatives coming over, and they just coming in for that, you want to have your yard. He does some emergency request calls too, right? Like you can fit somebody in.
I could definitely can, yeah.
And and then also I heard you pretty good with that pressure washing.
Oh yeah, I do it all. It's property improvement, so I do pressure washing, painting, landscaping, lawn care, tree pruning, all kind of good stuff like that. So.
Okay, so tell me the official name of your business so people can know about it. What's the name?
It is Amazing Property Improvement LLC.
Amazing, and you gotta give me that phone number because somebody's gonna call you probably by the end of this show and say, I got some work you gotta do to make my property amazing.
Hey, let me know. I'll make it amazing.
What's that phone number they can reach you at? How can they contact you?
Just my cell phone number 336-880-9778. So
okay.
You can do my Instagram or Facebook is my first and last name. You should be able to find me. So you should, it'll be. That's how I work through it all right there.
All right, so
I gotta tell you, man, before you go, I gotta thank you again, man, for being there for us and helping the program out, man. Not only do you have an amazing businessman, but he's an amazing family man as well. And I don't want that to go unnoticed, man. And I see what you're doing, and I enjoy going on the trips and vacation with your family, man, and you giving the play-by-play as well, man. But I love to see it, man. That's really what it's all about. So, man, keep up the good work. And I owe you a care package too. I had some Team Wingate Andrews.
Yeah, I see all that good gear you got over there. I need some of that in my house, man. I need some of that in my house.
I definitely got to hook you up, man. So we'll get you going, man.
All right,
so be ready.
So
thank you, man. Thank you.
Marquell, do me one favor. When you get off the thing tomorrow, before you go to Simeon, go by Kinko's, get a whole stack full of business cards because everybody's gonna come to you. They want to go to your business. They want to go to the landscaping, the home improvement. So pass some things out like Ninja Stars. They're gonna be hitting you up.
Okay, I got that, and then also I do have a digital business card. I kind of started to do a little bit of green friendly stuff. Okay. So what I usually do is I get their phone numbers or whatever, and then I can be able to send my business card directly through there. So just in case I might not have some, that'll be another way to be able to get all my information.
Okay, so we're gonna put you to work, man, because I know you do great work on the football field and in the community. Man, it's an honor and a pleasure to talk to you. We gonna get Lamar back on here in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
And so look, I know you're busy, but we got to get that insight from a veteran who has that expertise. So we during a couple of seasons, during the season we're gonna bring you on, talk about that running back game. If there's a big win or a big performance in running back, we're gonna get you to break down why it happened, who hit the block, why you hit that hole.
Okay, yeah, I can do that because I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there this season, definitely.
Good deal. All right, so this is High Point and A&T legend Marquell Cartwright. He wanted to get on here and welcome Dougie Brown to the Red Raider family. Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
And we're gonna be seeing you around Friday night. See me in stadium. Yeah. All right, Cartwright, man. Appreciate you, man. You take care.
All right, y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me.
We'll holler at you, man. Good to see you, bro.
Right. Good to see y'all.
All right.
Man, first class guy, man. He comes in and does the work. It's not about the fanfare. You saw it in that video, man, when his name was getting called to receive an award. He's in the back, just low key. They had to bring him to the front. So that's the kind of guy he is, man. He's already helped us out for sure. And we're gonna try not to lean on him too much, man, for no favors, but we appreciate his help, man. That is the team atmosphere and that family spirit that he talked about. We're gonna keep it going, man. That's good stuff. What a good way to start the show, man. I appreciate that, guys, man. I needed that. I was running out of gas today, man.
We appreciate you, Dougie. You making us feel proud, man. And
man.
And now I know I never have to pay to see a high school football game again. That's good.
I don't know about that. You come out this way. You don't have to pay, man. You don't have to pay. We'll just consider it an in-kind donation at the gate, right? So,
brother, listen. I'm gonna give y'all some game. You go to Sports Authority, you go in the back, you buy a umpire's shirt.
Cut him off, Craig.
Hey, for $20, you get it any game you want. Say, hey, I'm running late. I'm missing kickoff. I gotta be on the field. Get in there.
You might get tackled running out on that field.
I'm serious.
Oh man. All right, so we gotta keep this thing going. Hey, that was Marquell Cartwright, High Point Andrews, A&T legend. But we gotta talk about 2025 A&T football because fall camp started last week. Wow. Doug, I know you've been busy. Craig, have you been able to put your ear to the street? Because everybody wants to know what's going on with Sean Gibbs and this new staff. You tell us, man, what's the latest from that fall camp report, Craig?
I would say we're coming along probably faster than I would have anticipated.
Right.
With a new staff. Not new to themselves. I mean, they're familiar with what they're doing and that they're familiar with A&T. But anytime you have a new staff, you have different components from old staff and new staff. That's worked out fine. And just looking at where they are this year versus what they were last year is like night and day. Practices are totally different. The enthusiasm, the thing that gets me is the enthusiasm and the fire that these guys are practicing at. The level that they're practicing at is just, you wouldn't think this team, this program was been 2-21 over the last 2 years if you go out there and watch practice. They've gotten back into the mode, I think, of what was established during the Celebration Bowl runs. They're getting that attitude instilled is being brought back into that program, back into the team, and you can just see it every day. The competitive spirit, the camaraderie of these guys. They genuinely like each other. It's coming together. It's coming together really nicely. Now, how that translates on the field, we'll find out in about 3 weeks, but. So far, I'm very happy for everything I've seen and heard from.
Right, and so Dougie, so have you had a chance to go behind the scenes and talk to any players or coaches? I know you got a full-time job that's keeping you busy, but
not since July 1. Not since camp start. Either. But heading into the summer, I got a chance to talk to some guys. Very excited. To see some guys come back in the fold. That was kind of one of the stories closing up the end of last year, who's coming back, who may receive an extra year. And then we had some pleasant surprises, man. I'm very excited to see Aaron Harris back in the fold, man. He had some decisions to make last spring and to have his veteran leadership back on the back end in the secondary after, losing some guys, some key pieces back there. I think with Kavon Prunty, heading over to Wake Forest, I think having him back is huge. Seeing, one of my favorite guys, the Gravedigger, Wesley Graves, back in the fold, man, I think will go a long way for that running back room. Not just in the competition standpoint, but just having a veteran back there who's done it all, who's seen it all, and as you talked about, who can carry that torch from guys of yesteryear and of Aggie greats, guys that have been here the first time before those guys left, right before Coach Gibbs and some of the staff left with Coach Washington. But some guys are long in the tooth. I like to say they're experienced or seasoned at this point.
Yeah.
You pray they have good health. But Ty Williams, Maddox, all those guys are back in the fold, and I think you're going to see us improve in a lot of different areas, but also just be a lot smarter, man. That was one of those things when you finish playing football, and it's different for this generation because they're able to play 4 and 5 and 6 years sometimes, kind of with the COVID situation. And those guys have experience, and they've grown. They're smarter football players by default, just by being around it. So you hope the bodies hold up. You hope that they're in good health. I think you have a different perspective on the game, and they'll be able to pour into some of those young guys. But I love marrying some of those guys that have been here, some of the young guys that haven't had the opportunity to be coached by the staff, like Josh Isaiah, and then put them in the pot with Coach Gibbs and his crew, and then stirring it up. Coach Kerry Harbor in the weight room. Seeing what comes out on the other end,
you said something. Coach Kenny Harbor is
Kerry. Coach Kerry Harbor, that's my guy, man.
Yeah, listen, that guy, he just exudes energy and his positive vibes, and he holds people accountable. He's going to make a difference, kind of like his predecessor, Cedric Walthall, made a difference in those Celebration Bowl teams. He's that hidden glue that keeps everybody together. Like I said, he keeps people accountable. You're not going to shortchange the work there. And
he's consistent. And he's in there.
Yeah.
And as a college football player, you need structure and consistency, and he helps provide that, right? If you show up in that weight room, you're gonna get that work, and you're gonna meet the expectation and the standard. So that's a plus for us, and it mirrors what our coaching staff does on the football field. So I mean, it seems to be a good marriage, perfect harmony, man. And I think, like you said, you can tell the guys' bodies have changed over time, Craig.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, you know what I saw today, and I noticed it last week when I went on the first day of camp. Then today, verified, we are a lot bigger in the middle of the linebacker core. So our inside linebackers, before I don't think we had the prototypical CAA type linebackers. I thought we were a little smaller and maybe a step slow. First of all, we got faster at the point of attack, and we looked apart. Terry and George, you guys remember Terry and George from okay. There you go. He's a good noob. Terry and George, he's getting a lot of reps with the first and second team defense. They move. I don't want to give away any secrets, but Joshua Isaiah is flexible, but he's also getting a lot of reps. And so Terry and George is 6'1", 6'2". Josh Isaiah is 6'2". That's kind of like those line when you see a Coastal Athletic Association linebacker, you don't see a lot of 5'9", 5'10" guys like we had last year, right?
Right.
you want to see those 6'2", 6'1" guys, and we got them now. We got we were deep. I'm still, Craig. You tell me. Give me some impact here, input here. Defensive tackle. I'm still concerned. I don't know if we got enough. I don't know if help is still coming. What's the latest that you heard about the defensive tackles, and why should I not panic? In your opinion,
I think our starters are ready to go. The guys who are getting first team reps are ready to go. I think that the biggest question is going to be depth in the defensive line. I'm not concerned about the starters. There's in my mind, there's 4 guys that we can count on right off the bat. They've got the playing experience, which we didn't have last year, and I think that accounts for a lot. The only thing is that you can't afford to get a lot of injuries. That's going to keep we can't afford a massive injuries in at the interior spots. Yeah. But as far as the starters are concerned, we're good. We're good. Yeah. We're going to be more than.
I'm with Craig, man. One thing I know, if you put your hand in the dirt and you playing for Coach Courtney Cord,
Yeah.
Tough, and you're gonna give great effort, or you won't be out there, right? So whoever we roll out there as a starter, if they're in the rotation, we know they're gonna give maximum effort, and we know they're gonna contribute, and they're gonna be asked to do a job. So what they're asked to do, that's gonna be up to the coaching staff. But we know they're gonna be doing it to the best of their ability, or they won't be out there, right? Coach Core don't play, man, and that's one area that we've gotten it done up front without a ton of size and without a ton of depth in previous years, man. You think about guys like Justin Cates, Julian McKnight, man, all those guys, man, were difference makers, right? That weren't necessarily our biggest stars on those teams. Ragland was a little bit predates them as well, man. Guys that just got it done, man. They were going to give you hell all day long. Daryl Johnson, right? We talk about when he showed up at his freshman year in camp. We didn't know who Daryl Johnson was, right? We didn't have a clue. We know he was tall. I remember the first time I saw him on the field, I was like, man, who's that kid, right? Just caught my eye because his height. And then he grew into what he was, for us on the field. But those guys are going to give great effort. And then, we're going to scheme them up front. We're going to move around. You're going to have to work like hell to get hands on some blockers up front. We know that, man. So we got some guys with some quickness. I'm interested to see Coach bring out some of the attributes of those guys that have been in the roster. We got some guys that hadn't played for us yet that I think will have a chance to contribute. But like I said, man, if they out there, they're gonna be giving it their all. So I'm interested to see that group, man.
Well, I can tell you to piggyback on that, the intensity, right, is revved up. And this is no knock. Everybody always has, like, every time a new coach staff comes in, it's like, oh man, they were doing something that's never been done before. They had intense practices, and people were held accountable last year, even though the wins and the record didn't show it. But it wasn't like Coach Brown came and just kicked up a lawn chair and put up paper. Right? He was walking around, but it's a little bit different because let's say I guess probably one of the best ways to describe Coach Vincent Brown was corporate. He was a CEO type, right? Sean Gibbs, not so much, right? Sean Gibbs, he's not going to have a PG-13 type of practice if you go out there, okay? The practices are still open to the public. He welcomes all the people to come out there. I may or may not bring, small children around if you don't, if you're sensitive about some of the verbiage. Because look, Coach Gibbs is gonna be Coach Gibbs, and when he's passionate about it, he uses some language that that adults are used to hearing sometimes, and he gets his point across. And I'm telling you, there ain't no body language, ain't nobody looking at the ground while he's talking. He commands the room. I guess that was always the major thing he had to do, was establish that culture. That's done. Okay, we ain't got to worry about that. They didn't need more questions about how the team's responding, are people buying in. That's done. Everybody in here is not a hostage. You are a volunteer, like Tomlin always says. I want volunteers, not hostages. So if you are in this program, you're part of 105. And trust me, there's a lot of guys who are on the outside of that 105 who will wish they were on that 105. They're working hard to try to get on that 105. So we got a waiting list to even be a part of this A&T football program. Somebody said, what are practice times? Jeter, practice times usually from 9 to 11.
Yeah.
And that's the camp practice. They probably change it when school starts officially in classes. They usually have a scrimmage on a Saturday, the first, second week of camp. They kind of get like officials to come out there and call plays and stuff. So I think they might have a scrimmage at 9 o'clock this Saturday. You can take a chance to come out there. If not, go back home. I'm sorry. But yeah. But let me tell you, so I've been to camp twice. I was always left encouraged by what I saw. I got a name for you, Dougie. Tell me if this name sounds familiar. Jalen Hicks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last we seen Jalen Hicks, he was in Oregon, right? Because he went to the Nationals with the 4x400 track team, right?
Yep.
He's now took off, he changed clothes and come out the phone booth as as a football player, and he hasn't missed a beat. I will say he's probably been one of the highlights of camp so far. I don't want to speak out of school, but they was doing team drills, 11 on 11, did the inside trap. He put his foot in the ground, juked the linebacker. Guess what happened next, Dougie? Ain't nobody catching no 4x400 yet.
His head on the goalpost.
Yeah. So she's talking about somebody who's a legit track star, right? And I'm 6'4". He's got to be my height or maybe a hair taller. I might have shrunk in my old age, but and when you see him on the practice field, he looks like those kids who's 15 years old who changed their birth certificate and they playing like 10U football. He don't look like he belongs out there with everybody else because he towers over the quarterback. I mean, we don't have nobody on our roster who on the offensive side outside of maybe a left tackle who's that tall, and he's all of 210 pounds, so he's not skinny. And like I say, if he gets separation, he's hitting his head on goalposts.
Well, think about how often we talk about how significant or insignificant we may feel that spring ball is, right, in the spring game. If you think about that last couple of drives of that spring game when he started, get to see legs under him and have some success, get his timing down and look a little bit quicker. You can kind of see it coming. So I'm glad that he was able to carry that momentum not only in the track season, but in the spring, but into fall camp. So excited for that young man. We as Aggies are desperately rooting for him. We want to see him do well. It's a dream come true. But sometimes it takes a year, right? Kind of get healthy and
this is actually his third year, but I think he might be able to get some medical. So I think he still got like 4 years of eligibility left. I'm talking about this is one of those guys where you're gonna have to watch out for the big boys trying to poach because he don't look like he belongs at FCF level. Now his plays got to match his optics, but I'm trying to think of a comp. Who's a 6'4" gazelle in the NFL? Have we seen anything like that? I mean, he's taller than Eric Dickerson.
Derrick Henry is 6'4" and straight up and down.
He's not
put some more weight.
Yeah. He's about 20 pounds lighter than Derrick Henry, but he has that type of gait. And like I say, once he takes one step, he's already like 3 steps faster than the cornerback who's 5'9". So it's not fair. Another name, we interviewed him on our show when he first got here. JT, what's it? JT, give me his last name. Come on, Dougie. I thought you were good with names. JT, not Taylor. JT Smith. JT Smith. There you go. He is the thunder to Hicks Lightning. So he prefers to run through people, and he still got that wiggle. Of course, the grave digger, he hasn't lost a step, and he's still putting people in ICU if they stupid enough to lower their shoulder. Shamik Blizzard still in the fold. I didn't see Darryl
Ripple.
I didn't see Darryl Ripple today, but he was there last time I came, so he's probably just doing his deal. So hey, Craig, would you say this is a loaded backfield, running back?
Oh yeah. There's no shortage of bats. You've got you got about every kind of back that you can think of. You got power bats, you got speed bats, you got all-purpose bats.
Yeah. And they can catch too.
Pretty much. Yeah. Now all of them can catch. All of them got good hands. So I want to see. I'm really interested to see where R.J. Baker, who transferred in here from Norfolk.
I didn't mention him. I didn't mention.
Because you remember a couple of years ago when he was at Dudley, he was like unstoppable, and he went up to sign with Norfolk State, and they tried to turn him into a wide receiver, and he seemed fit to make that journey come on back home. R.J. Baker's a talent.
Hey, fun fact. No question about it. Craig, fun fact. R.J. Baker was in the same backfield with Jalen Hicks when they were at Dudley last year. So they already been a 1-2 punch. So they got that chemistry. Hey, and you go to practice, you might run into a A&T legend by the name of Maurice Hicks, Jalen's dad. And I'm talking about he's proud as a peacock, man, because Jalen been going through a lot. He had a lot of adversity with injuries and just trying to get his, like you said, his sea legs, learning the playbook, because he didn't always have like a half season with track. He really didn't get that full classroom time. But it's starting to, you can tell that light bulb started to come on. He's starting to see holes. He's starting to understand how to use that 6'4" frame. I'm expecting some big thing. I don't want to get too giddy because he still got to fight his way on the depth chart. But if you need something to be excited about after consecutive 1-win seasons, that running back room should be one of the first things that you look for optimism.
You talk about Jalen, man. Hell, you got to be excited about his genetics for one. It's just like Hooker, man. The older he gets, the better he's gonna get, right? And then the fact that on the track, just about every time he went out there, he got better, was setting PRs and running faster, man. That's that time of your life, man, when you're growing. Man, you're probably in the best shape of your life. So I'm excited for him, man. I'm excited that he's getting an opportunity, man.
Now you're talking about running backs. I tell you another guy you better watch out for.
Who's that?
And then it's Daniel Cole.
Yep.
You better watch out for him. You better watch out for him because I think he's ready to roll. He's got.
You talking about excited? I was so excited he stayed, man.
Yeah, because we could have easily lost him.
Don't forget he was a 4-star in high school, a 4-star running back with legit offers, and he showed it sometimes last year. But happy he's going to be under the tutelage of one Sean Gibbs.
Hey, so you know how like in the FBS level, quarterbacks would transfer and going whatever they could to get with what's the coach for USC?
Belichick?
No, the coach for USC, the college coach.
Oh,
Lane Kiffin?
Nah, he was at Oklahoma and then he went to USC. I swear.
Oh, I know you're talking about. My guy that's out there now. Yeah, the quarterback guru.
The quarterback guru. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, Sean Gibbs has put too many guys in the league and just got every ounce of talent out of. If you're a running back, you're not trying to leave a Sean Gibbs coach team, because we got the track record. We're gonna develop you better in the FBS programs. If there's any secret sauce to getting the running back to perform at his highest level, Sean Gibbs knows it, and he's going to tell you everything you need to do to prepare, to develop, and he's going to put you in positions with his schemes that's going to make you Riley. Somebody said it. Riley is the coach. Lincoln Riley, yeah. So Sean Gibbs is like the Lincoln Riley when it comes to developing running backs. So that's probably a reason why R.J. Baker would leave Michael Vick and come to Greensboro. Right?
Really?
Because and that might be one of the you talk about NIL and everybody's trying to market and whatever. That might be one of the strongest things we've got. Our coaching staff. I mean, Courtney Cord, one of the top defensive minds on planet Earth, is his job title is defensive line coach, but he could easily be a defensive coordinator for probably every team in black college football. So and then we got Denzel Jones, who's won everywhere he's been.
Back up, stay on the offensive side of the ball.
Okay,
let's think about the guys up front. Who's in camp right now? Look at Jason Ivey up in camp right now, guys. Every year,
we got two guys. We got Ricky Lee and Jason Ivey.
That's what I'm saying. Every year we're putting somebody new in camp, and those were two tackles that thank God Ricky Lee decided to come on down to Aggie Land, but it worked out for him,
Yeah.
But those are two guys right there that weren't our most celebrated offensive linemen during those years, right? And still found their way in the camp and are still playing professional football. So that's awesome, man. Good job, both guys. Ricky Lee, Jason Ivey, do your thing, man.
Yeah. And
you're talking about offensive lines. This one. What Gibbs has done in the off season regarding transfers and keeping a lot of his key starters from going into the portal, he's put together a really deep offensive line core. They've got a lot of experienced bodies up front, and it's going to be real interesting to see what we do offensively with a new coordinator, because things are going to change how we attack the football versus what we've been doing the last 2 years. Do we go back to what made A&T so dominant for about a 6-year period? Do we go back to that really strong running game, or are we going to fill the ball, or are we going to put the ball up in the air? Because we got really good depth at the wide receiver spot too. Again, recruiting, and changing some personnel. This team is vastly improved as far as talent is concerned. It's a case now of getting them to execute, and I'm looking forward to see what our new offense is going to look like. We got some weapons.
Well, I'll tell you something, Craig, too. When you talk about assembling talent and recruiting, it was evident that Coach Gibbs didn't just bring in talent per se. He brought in his kind of guys, right?
Yeah.
Each of them kind of fit the description of a Gibbs player. And he just didn't throw a dart at the board like, okay, you 3 stars come here. No, he did his homework. And I'm going to tell you, you asked what's going to be the identity of our offense. From the looks of things, I think we're going to still be run dominant. I know we got weapons. We got the quarterbacks are youthful, but just the way our offensive line looks, because offensive linemen are, truth be told, they're very cerebral. They're like some of the smartest guys because they got a little snap counts. They got to know pulling. They got to know if I'm double teaming this guy, if we pass blocking. You can't be dumb to be an offensive lineman, right? Nope. But sometimes you get guys who look kind of like, those, Clark Kent guys with the glasses, they, big bookworms. And then sometimes you get guys who was the guy, Dougie, who was missing a molar?
Big Tyreek Stewart.
Yeah. Then you get guys like that, and you like those guys, I don't want to be on the wrong side of this dude, because these guys, one guy had to go back to the locker room to get some tape or something. And he ran by me too close, and I started clicking my car alarm just off instinct. I had to lock my door, and my car is like 5 feet away, 20 feet away. These some big, strong, mean-looking dudes. So I think we're not going to be afraid to lean on that offensive line and punish people in front of us. If you got a finesse type of defense, that might be up our alley, because I think we're going to be a lot more intense than what we were doing last year on offense. And that goes to the offensive coordinator. He's remember, Dougie, a couple years ago I had my wish list, my Christmas wish, and I asked for a quarterback guru.
That's what you wanted.
Somebody who actually, played the position. We got that now, right?
Greg
McGee from Howard. He got skins on the wall. And I pick up on small things. We got how many quarterbacks we get now? Let's count them. So we got the 2 freshmen. I'm talking about them in a second. That's 2. We've got Braxton Thomas. When I say 2 freshmen, they were in high school last year. They're true freshmen that coming in. We got Braxton Thomas, who was a true freshman last year from Florida. He's going to be a redshirt freshman. He's currently getting first team reps. Then we just a couple weeks ago we brought in FBS transfer from University of Maryland by the name of Champ Long, the blonde bomber, some call him. He is about 5'10", 5'11", if you want to go by the BA guide. And then we got, of course, Noah Stent. We got
Noah Sanders. Yeah.
Noah Sanders, transfer from Delaware. I think he's probably a sophomore, junior eligibility. I think Champ Long is maybe sophomore. I got to look at it. And then one more. Then we got, of course, KJ White, who's not – I don't think he's officially cleared. He's still kind of nursing himself back from a broken leg, suffered right before the spring game. And I believe that Austin Hooker is more like a graduate assistant this season because he had an ACL. So he's gonna be almost like a player coach. So he's still there, but he's not going to be in that quarterback room per se. So we got a bunch of signal callers, but let me tell you, they all got great footwork. And I know that's McGee who said, look here, if you're going to do one thing, you're going to have your feet right. All these guys have great balance, good mechanics. So we're going to be very efficient. I'm not saying what we're going to throw for 5,000 yards, but we're going to get the ball out of our hands quick. And the quarterbacks who see the field, be it somebody wins the job or we platoon some guys, they are going to be good decision makers because I've seen that in practice.
And don't sleep on Coach, man, and his grittiness and his toughness, man. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He reps Pittsburgh hard. So, he definitely gets after it, man. And, we're going to run the ball, too. Those guys are going to have to be ready to do both back there. Signal callers.
So, Craig, I don't want to speak too soon, right? But everybody keeps asking me who's going to be the quarterback. How's the quarterback battle looking?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And see, you're more politically correct than I am. And
it's whoever Sean Gibbs wants to be quarterback. That will be your starting quarterback.
Right.
Whoever gives the job to will be the starting quarterback. I'll leave it as that.
Yeah.
I think it's way too early to even start talking about that. Obviously the guy, obviously you don't know what KJ's returning was most of the starter for most of the season last year. Well, no, I take that back. Year before last, it was most of the starter, but he's coming back from an injury, so it may take a while for him to get to be 100% where you're confident enough to put him out there.
Right.
Braxton Thomas is got he's got that kind of size that you look for. 6'3", 220, 225. That's a big quarterback.
He looks the part. Yeah.
But he looks the part.
But Craig, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What?
I was gonna say the freshman. I was gonna say the freshman that we got from, not the one from Pittsburgh, the other freshman we got. He's bigger. Nelson Lang is bigger than Braxton Thomas, and he might be just as athletic. So he's good. But go ahead, Craig. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, Nelson. I think I looked at Nelson's deal. He runs like a 4.4. He can fly. But again, you talking about when you start talking about the freshmen, the transition is always greatest on quarterbacks having to make that transition. The pressure's on them to make that transition from high school to college. So, barring something out of the ordinary, I don't expect either one of those two kids to break into that starting lineup. Now, I'll never say never, but I just don't see. Normally you do not see a freshman quarterback straight out of high school come in and start for a Division I football team unless the cupboard's bare, and our cupboard is not bare.
Right.
Noah Sanders. I think Noah Sanders is a guy who does a little bit of everything. Yeah. He's not the greatest passer in the world. He's not the greatest runner in the world, but what he does do, he makes intelligent decisions, and he's a guy who can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Champ Long, you can throw.
You know what?
Kid's got an arm.
And Craig, he's an easy thrower. What I mean by that is he doesn't have to contort his body and twist his head to get the ball 50 yards down the field. Everything he does,
he's got very, very compact.
It's
very compact.
It's
yeah,
Dougie,
in the step up recognition, he's very compact. Ball comes out really, really, really fast on him. And
Dougie,
and Braxton does it too, but the subtle differences in their styles.
Yeah. You know who he reminds me of? Champ Long.
Randall Rankins.
No, Janet Jackson, because he's in control. He's in control. Like he is so steady, and he doesn't get bothered by pressure. And like, hey Craig, come on
That's
now,
that's a Randall Rankins trait.
Yeah. He has perfect footwork because
Yeah.
he's only about 5'10 and a half, 5'11, right? And so he knows, like, I can't, be falling sideways and throw the ball, this way. I got to be balanced. And his recognition of how to play is going to develop. He's able to anticipate, right? And he's probably behind when it comes to the install of the offense. So once he really understands the checks and all this, everything, he's gonna be playing that much faster. His processing ability is light speed. But we don't have no dummies back there. Everybody, like I say, Coach Gibbs, I understand now that he doesn't just like throw a dart at a board to recruit. He finds out those intangibles, and if you have the sauce that he's looking for, he'll bring you in. So all these guys are similar, right? Austin Hooker, even when Austin Hooker came back from FAMU, that was one of the first guys who Sean Gibbs kind of reached out to, and he had that. He's a smart guy, great leadership, great mechanics, right? You don't have to rebuild his throwing motion. Braxton Thomas, he was well coached in high school. He already has good mechanics. KJ White, because of the injury, he's still kind of hobbling because he has to kind of compensate for the broken leg. But I think his footwork got better towards the spring when I was watching him earlier. So, like I say, man, I know we were 1-10 and 1-11 last 2 years. I haven't missed. I'm not trying to blow smoke, but if you know football and you recognize like positive traits, there are a lot of things for you to be optimistic. Hey guys, Saturday morning or even tomorrow morning, if it doesn't rain, 9 o'clock, they're not gonna kick anybody out. Go by practice and see if I'm making things up, because hopefully you guys can see what I'm seeing. We got some talent, and and Dougie,
We do.
Dougie, these wide receivers. I saved the wide receivers, for last, man.
I was being patient.
Good Lord, I don't know if hey Craig, I don't know if the basketball program didn't have some roster spots, they had to kick a bunch of guys, 6'4" guys down here to football. But we got some tall guys on the outside now, man. And then
Call recruiting.
Dougie, this is not the lollipop guild anymore.
No, and I mean, we were anxious to see some of those guys kind of, get on the field and do some things last year, even in the camp. And Cartwright Williams was one of the guys that jumped out early.
Woo, Marquell Williams,
unfortunately got banged up in camp last year, and had to go on ice for a while. But it's almost like a reset, man. It was kind of a blessing in disguise, get those guys back and get that year back. So I mean, we got guys like Amate, he's long in the tooth. Technically, he's been here a while, but he's still just as explosive as he was when he showed up at campus at Oscar Smith. So
he was making some serious catches today. Diving catches, falling out of, feet, toe taps right before you go out of bounds.
That is nothing new for that young man. You remember when we couldn't get anything going with the passing game, and he gave us that spark up at Norfolk? In Brown's first year, they got us to win. Just made that wild catch, one on top of the guy's head. And even last year, that's what he does, man. You throw it to him, that guy's gonna make a play. So excited to have him back, man, and the rest of the crew.
Thomas Brown, another guy.
Thomas
Brown.
Good out there. So
what's the guy with 18 names? Hotep.
Roy Hotep Jones.
Yeah, from that kid. He's a Blazer. We got some walk-ons I like. Got some transfers
in the fold. So
yeah.
So about that, man.
That's gonna be a Hunger Games to see who gets in that lineup. Luckily, we still got it's not like quarterbacks. You only usually play one. You can play 4 or 5 at a time in wideout and scheme some stuff up. Oh, then line.
Well, it's no secret to be a great offense. You got to have some great guys outside. And any Aggie team that you can point to, some superstars out there from Zach Leslie to Ebell, Jump Ball U is still alive, guys. We're not done. We're just getting started.
And don't forget about your guy, your number sake, Javion Dillard, number 5. Got 5 on it. Yeah. He's still a factor. So
Baby Megatron.
Yeah. So as we build up to our season opener against Tennessee State at the end of this month, I guess we've been having a show for every Wednesday night from here on out, right? So we'll break down. Craig gonna start giving his previews. We'll be breaking down the position groups in detail. Check out BlueDeathValley.com for more information. Craig Turner's gonna give his award-winning series, his season outlooks on every facet of the program. And of course, we're going to get some players and some coaches to come by in the next couple of weeks to be special guests, like we had Cartwright tonight. And Sean Gibbs, so far, I haven't said anything to ruin my relationship with Coach Gibbs. So he's still a friend of the show for the time being. But yeah. Hey, listen, the clock is ticking though. I can't help myself. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Oh. Speaking of messing things up, so I got in that snafu last year about the what's the state of South Carolina? What's their mascot there?
Bulldogs.
No, what's their
the Palmetto State.
The Palmetto State. The Palmetto, man. Listen, I turned guys. I know I look 25. I actually turned 50 years old July 20th, and I tell you, July 21st, it set in. Like I can't remember nothing now. It's bad, man. So y'all gotta y'all gotta help me out, man. Like I still move and groove like a 30-year-old, but I tell you, boy, names and numbers is kicking my butt now. But what I was gonna say, so damn, my train of thought was just joking. But the South Carolina State guys, the state of South Carolina guys, they got mad at me. But we're gonna try to get a South Carolina native, Josh Isaiah. He's been saying he's gonna come on the show for the longest. And Craig, when I tell you he looks the part, if the cops said there's an APB for a big time linebacker somewhere on A&T's campus, if they come on the practice field and they see Josh Isaiah, he's going to jail because he fits the description. Like that dude is 6'2" and chiseled, and when you see him on the field, man, he's barking. You hear him. He's a leader. I thought he was out of position last year on the edge. Put him in the middle. Take one of 5'11" guys, put them to the side, and give me that 6'2" inside linebacker, and we can work, right? So finally, I think Coach Gibbs and Coach Cord and all those, the brain trust, they see the light. We're gonna be bigger. We're gonna be bigger at inside linebacker. But so we can't go to. We gotta get off here at 1:30. But DJ Page is punting. I don't know who DJ Page is. If he's number 9, that dude might be all conference. Somebody put this in the chat.
Yeah.
DJ Page. That dude was kicking. He was kicking the hell out of that ball today. I don't know who. If that's number 9, we in good hands.
Man, we gotta make a correction. Josh Isaiah is a Charlotte kid. He went to Independence, but his mom went to South Carolina State, so I know she's excited about homecoming.
I thought Josh Isaiah was from South Carolina. His mom from South Carolina.
He's got some family from down that way, but I think his mom his mom actually went to South Carolina State, but I think she's also an Aggie and a Spartan.
Okay. Because she was
shout out to Isaiah family, man.
Awesome.
But don't forget, that's Coach Brown's first recruit. The first guy he signed and said he was gonna set his program, hang his hat on him. So quality kid, man. I'm glad he stayed around. That's one of those guys I'm glad stayed in the fold that I think will benefit from playing under this regime.
Yeah. So we'll and I think Ty Williams, I talked to him, and he wants to come on the show. So we don't get some guys here for you guys that talk to and give some love to the players. But
hey, we can't go off the show without giving a shout out to Money Brown and the Brown family. I mean,
hey, he's back.
Anytime you got a Brown on your kicker staff, man, you're gonna be good, man. So glad to have him back. We know what he brings to the table.
For the 99 and 2000s, Cash Money Records present
Money time.
Money time. Hey, so Craig, before we get off,
Yeah.
we got to talk about AAF because
Right.
obviously there's a big movement now to start up this. We're gonna have a giving campaign we're gonna announce pretty soon to support NIL revenue sharing. What else is going on in the AAF world, Craig?
He's talking about NIL. Got an email came in during the show that AAF is having the first meeting of the NIL for the NIL kickoff. It's coming up on 21st. It's going to be a Zoom meeting. So if you're an AAF member, check your email because all the stuff is there for that. The AAF, we in the Greensboro chapter are holding. We're going to do a benefit, fundraising benefit for homecoming, and it's going to be a casual mixer. We're going to have plenty of food and music, DJ. We're going to be giving away some prizes, some door prizes for that. We're going to hold some drawings. It's going to be an evening for about 4 hours.
Hold on a second. You said music?
Oh yeah. There's going to be music involved. We're going to have a DJ there.
You do not need a singer. He does not need a singer. Craig's already got entertainment covered.
I took care of the entertainment. Thanks, but no thanks. We'll take care of the entertainment.
When was the last time?
I don't want people running away from the place. There's fires going on. Okay?
It's coming, Dougie.
I want people to stay for a few hours and enjoy themselves. I don't want to see people run around screaming with their ears bleeding.
Come on, Dougie. You know it's coming, man. But
anyway, that comes up on October 7th. If you haven't seen go to our Facebook page. That's Greensboro AAF. Go to our Facebook page. We'll be getting out an email to all the AAF members and the Alumni Association. We'll be shooting out emails this coming week with ticket information. Tickets are $70 a piece.
Oh, it's cheap.
Cheap. We started informal sales, our chapter sales a couple weeks ago, and they're going to go quick. Once that email goes out, they're going to go quick. So once you see it, buy your tickets right away because it'll be like homecoming. Be like homecoming tickets.
Yeah.
You be thinking about procrastinating if you want to. They'll be gone. When you see it, if you want to enjoy a nice evening and have your favorite beverage and some good food and entertainment, go ahead and get those tickets.
I got a question about Jiho though. Why does people from Winston-Salem State care so much about our homecoming when they homecoming they even go sell out? Like
that's why. Well, that's why you can answer your own question.
You talk about supply.
Who in North Carolina can compete with Jiho for homecoming? Who?
Craig. Only place I've seen have lines down the street before they even open up is Whataburger. That's the only place I've seen to have a line that long to get some tickets.
Right, you ain't lying.
That's it.
Whataburger. I mean, that street they had going for a couple of days was impressive. But
yeah, I was out there.
By the time October rolls around, it'll be no question. Jiho, man, rules supreme. Yeah. Whataburger put up a good fight, man.
Yeah. Hey, so Craig, real quick, is there any information about bus tours we need to know? Is it Tennessee State already locked in? That's done?
We're sold out.
For
the entire season. For our bus trips, we're sold out.
Okay.
We were sold out. We were sold out the end of July.
Okay.
Hey, so those bus ticket sales are mirroring Aggie football ticket sales.
Yeah.
So
guys, do you guys realize that we were a 1-in-10 program last year, and we selling out a homecoming in 2 hours. You can't get on the bus. It's like the anti-Spike Lee movie. You can't even get on the bus to go to Tennessee State. What is going on in Aggie Nation? Are we drinking the Kool-Aid? Did we forget? Did somebody put amnesia on us that we forgot how bad we were? because everybody's looking forward now. This is like this is
got to trust the process, man. Trust the process. This plan was put in place a while ago, back when folks were wondering what a game zone was and why ticket prices and butts in the seat, if that mattered. Nah, guys, we got it covered up. I mean, you look at our first 3 home games; they'll be sellouts, right? They'll all be sellouts, which has been the case. It's been the case for a while now. Our first home game is always a big one. Whoever we have the second game, whether it's Central, South Carolina State's a big one, and then GHO. So we're getting there. Now we'll get to the point where those season books will sell out fast, just as fast as those homecoming tickets. And then we'll get to the point where those butts will be in the seats to match those ticket sales every game. So we're getting there, guys.
Yeah. Hey, quick, before we get off, Dougie, tell me what this is and how come I wasn't invited. What is this right here?
Oh, wow. So this was over at the Wyndham. It's actually at Grandover in the Grand Ballroom.
Okay.
You'll see that A&T Hall of Fame moniker in the back and logo in the back, thanks to Maceo Bolin and Coach Bill Hayes and the great Mo Smith. Those guys have worked closely with Wyndham Travel and Leisure and actually have a forum that they put together, which is the Bright Futures Forum, which brought together businesses and leaders in the community and found ways to bridge those gaps so that we can make some noise in the community. So I was thrilled to be a part of it. I just showed up as a guest. I wanted to support my Aggie football family. You'll see Quante Spade over there, another Aggie great. Yeah. Marshall Glenn, my roommate / quarterback, was on the panel and spoke and did a hell of a job, man. I think it's the second year he's been a part of it. You'll see Curtis Burgeon's right there next to Coach Hayes, another A&T Hall of Fame, another great. So, I mean, everybody up on that stage, man, has had an impact on me, either as a teammate or as a mentor. Just true professionals, man. And to have Coach Hayes there, listening in, and for him to see his former players from 3 different generations or decades meant the world to me, man. So again, I stand on the shoulders of greats and at the footsteps of greats, man. You talking about Coach Hayes, man. But Maceo and those guys did a great job. You had also in the building was Superintendent of North Carolina Public Schools, Mo Green, who was also a great role model for us. Many GCS educators and Aggies, a few Eagles were sprinkled in there. Terry Higgins does a great job. Ashley Mills, just all different supporters from the community and the school system and Wyndham Hotels, and Travel and Leisure. So it was great, man, a great opportunity. I think they're actually going to get some traction and some things going. I know a check was presented to the Guilford County school system. Superintendent Oakley was there as well. So great event, man, great job, and just proud that those guys and my big brothers were the ones who put it on and pulled it together and actually making some noise in the community. I consider myself a product of those guys and actually, what that program is reaching for. So shout out to those guys, man. I just jumped in on the picture, man, just to stand beside my mentor, man. That's all I was doing. I just happened to be there, man.
That's who's who right there. So look, guys, we got to get out of here because it's like 9 minutes is our limit. We're going to try to keep that around that time this year, all our shows. But we had a great show tonight. A lot of information that was sit out there that was super impactful. Want to thank Marquell Cartwright for coming out and sharing his memories and then giving that great welcome to our guy Dougie Brown to the Red Raider family. Guys, if you got nothing to do, come out Friday night, Simeon Stadium, High Point. You can see Doug in action, working the sidelines, shaking hands, kissing babies, and bringing in, collecting some checks for that Red Raider program. So let's get out of here. We're gonna be back next week, and we're gonna have special guests throughout the next months and all. Hey, we back, guys. Inside the Valley. It's 2025 now. We gotta go out there and what they say. What is Dr. Ruff's statement? Dr. Hodges, what was his deal?
Chaos. Kick ass on Saturday.
Okay. So we're gonna change that to Wednesdays. That's gonna be our mantra.
Well, before we go, Samaj, man, I got to take a minute to recognize 2 of my Aggie football brothers, man. I wanted to do this earlier, and I definitely want to do this with their blessing. But I got 2 guys, man, who both represented the number 4 and donned the number 4 at A&T, and Chris Caldwell, who was a big brother of mine, played on the 99 championship team, was a punt returner and wide receiver, as well as T-Bone Theron Thomas Jr., who played cornerback on the 2003 championship team. I rock the number 5, but this year I'm going to be rocking the number 4 in support of both those guys. They're both going through some tough times. Chris Caldwell is, battling some things and is in desperate need of a kidney. He's O positive. And
O positive.
Yeah, man, he's a big brother of mine. And there'll be some things that we're going to put out to support him. His family's already put some things out.
Okay.
But we want to do what we can as a support system and as Aggie Nation to be there for him. And Deron Thomas, who is
T-Bone,
again, a teammate of mine and my locker mate next door to me.
Yeah.
For those who know, he was in a severe car accident, and he's still battling to, regain feeling in his extremities. But right now he's in therapy, and he does have a GoFundMe that's up and running, man. And I definitely want to, with the blessing of his family, put that information out for Aggie Nation to support him. We'll try to get some of that on the site, but
we get those
guys both those guys won championships in number 4, and I'm looking for big things out of Aaron Harris, our number 4 this year, man. Again, who's also battled an off-season injury. He's going to represent that 4 and carry a lot of weight on his shoulders for all of us, man. But those guys are special to me. I've known both of them pretty much all my life, and I want to do what I can to support them and help them. And I haven't done enough and looking to do more, but I want to thank those guys, and I want to thank their teammates for lifting them up, and thank Aggie Nation for being there for all of us, man. This is what this thing's about. So let's rally around those guys. Again, that's Chris Caldwell, championship team 99, and T-Bone, Deron Thomas, my guy, also down number 4 in the 03 championship team. So
all right, hey, look,
love those guys, love you guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely put that on the site, and we're gonna push that for all the upcoming. The entire season is gonna be dedicated to those 2 gentlemen. And let me tell you this, man. You hear stuff about that, and you're like, oh man, what can I really do? Prayer works. I know a football family reached out to me, I think last year before last, and they were dealing with some stuff, and I put the word out. I say, all my prayer warriors, just focus and send good vibes to a certain family. And I got reports back that soon thereafter, the stuff that they were dealing with got so much better. Prognosis changed. When you got so many like-minded people just focus and sending prayers out and energy on one cause, it's impactful. So we're going to put our Aggie Nation prayer warriors to work again this year, and the battle's already won. I feel like it. I know there's going to be some great work in the universe is going to pull everybody together. And like I said, the battle's already won. I'm not even worried. And we're going to go out there and get the work done. So CC and T-Bone, we with you. We love you guys, and we're here for you. So let's go. Let's end on that note. Thank everybody for watching tonight. We'll be back next Wednesday. Dougie, so proud of you.
Thanks,
man. Listen, you just don't know. When you gave me the news, man, I start high fiving my kids, man. I thought I won Super Bowl when I found you getting that job. CT, living legend, the mayor, the president, man. Love you guys. We're back now. Got something to do on Wednesday nights now. So till then, for CT, Doug Brown, I am Samaj Marsh. This has been Inside the Valley. Went a little long. We try to stay at 90 minutes, but until next week, Aggie Pride. Peace.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.